Hello everyone and welcome back to Revival Tournaments. This is Gold Mason back once again with another Revival Tournaments commentated set. This time I've got PK Leech versus Sapulo. You might know PK Leech from the Invitational as well as a myriad of other tournaments including last year's Revival. Sapulo is a new gamer. They are both wearing the Pokemon Breeder outfits. Kind of cool. Little matching bandanas. But yeah. Neither gamer is out if they lose. They're both in the upper bracket, but look like a fun game, so here we go. Tyranitar versus Jirachi lead. Jirachi lead is kind of scary because, well, not when you miss your Toxic, or maybe it is when you miss your Toxic. Counter on the Toxic is interesting. But Melodic is in, and so is Breloom. Blissey doubled into. Kind of perfect. Salamence comes in on the Breloom, gets spored. I don't know that you want to do that with Salamence on the Breloom. Because now... Oh my. Both have brought Forretress. So we're going to see Spikes, and then we're going to see Spins. Never mind. That is Hidden Power Fire Forretress from Sapulo, putting him on the front foot against that... opposing Fori. This looks like a mixed Salamence from the fact that it is coming in and trying to stay in. Does not get the wake up on either turn, but does get it this one. I think PK Leech was trying to make a play thinking that something would come in on Blissey, exactly like this turn. So went for Fire Blast into what presumably Breloom coming in, but instead got a Thunderbolt para for his troubles. Breloom clicks Swords Dance, Blissey clicks Ice Beam, the Breloom is gone, and Sapulo says, I got too spicy, nice play. Fori is back in, gets another spike down. Salamence doesn't even get any chip on the Zapdos. These Spikes damages are going to ramp up, and eventually the Forretress will have to come in on the Forretress, get Hidden Power fired again. Not a good situation for PK Leech. The Spikes chip will also ramp up on Blissey here in the near future. So let's Ice Beam go. Alright. And Roars. Blissey did not get a chance to heal, so that was a huge hit. And Zapdos clicks Rest, knowing that the Tyranitar is probably Crunch, Pursuitar, on a Forretress team. So it's a safe bet, and it turns out to be accurate. And Zapdos gets both of its Sleep Talk turns done. Nice Thunderbolt on Tar with a para. PK Leech is not enjoying favorable RNG, but it's still a pretty close game. Here is Blissey again, taking a massive hit from the Spikes and the Thunderbolt. But Zapdos is going to go to sleep, Blissey's going to heal up, and we will probably see Zapdos stay in and roar. Or, sorry, Rest Talk. But, never mind, Fori's in. So that is Calm Mind Blissey with Ice Beam and Thunderbolt. Third Spike is going to go down. And now PK Leech has to be afraid of the Boom. It does not. Expects maybe Zapdos coming in. But Jirachi is instead in. Doubles back to Zapdos on the Thunderbolt. So Sapulo is just scouting those moves and trying to get some favorable positioning. Another Ice Beam on Jirachi. And now we will see the Jirachi set. We already knew about Toxic, which honestly is pretty nice into Blissey here. We'll probably see Wish, Protect, and Fire Punch, if I had to guess. But Salamence is now in. Also has Wish. Okay. So now, there's a game of, does the roar happen through Sleep Talk? It does not, so Blissey goes back up to full. Or near full. Clicks Calm Mind, Zapdos, I guess, clicked Roar. Maybe expected to wake up that turn, but super did not. But it does wake up this turn, clicks Roar. Milo takes some chip. This is going to be a tough game for Sapulo to crack the Blissey melodic core. A nice para from Blissey. Or sorry, on Blissey. Gets the Roar, and Tyranitar comes in. That is a Pokemon that is not going to be able to heal that up, so unless those spikes get spun, Tyranitar is gone. And again, that Fortress is just having a lot of trouble getting in and being able to do anything because of the Hidden Power Fire Fortress. Kind of putting aura on it. Yep. We got a Wish and a Calm Mind. Gonna see the Toxic, of course. Jirachi's gonna rubber band back up to 73%. And Blissey's gonna have to switch here at some point, but it's a nice soft-boiled off for the road. That way it can continue to come in on those attacks. And then the second Wish goes to Fortress, which makes sense. Now Fori is back up to near full. Tyranitar is going to take an Ice Beam. And Blissey is staying in a little too long now. Blissey's at 45% and cannot stay in. So it's going to come in next time at 25 or 20%. Unless the spikes get spun away. And that is important because it means that Zapdos would be able to 2-hit KO it. So now something else is going to have to switch into Zapdos here, or Melodic is going to die. Yep, Tyranitar is sacked away. Here comes the Fortress. And Sapulo opts to just take the damage on Fortress. Blissey now can reasonably enter. Yep, no spikes to come in on. And Jirachi's going to Toxic it. But a better position for PK Leech than was before. Salamence is going to come in on the Tyranitar. I think we... Oh, Pursuit! Critical hit. I don't know that it mattered. It probably did not. So, kind of an awesome Pursuit there. Gets the Salamence dead, which means that Wish support is gone. Which means that Fori is near dead. Which means that you have a lot of options now. Spikes are going up. The Fortress would be gone to one spike. One more. Okay. Sapulo, the Fortress can technically come in one more time. And now it cannot. So Sapulo was trying to catch it, but really you just need to put the spike down. You can hit it once it's in. You don't need to predict it coming in. But Metagross is missing some Meteor Mashes, so Fori is getting some value in. This is a tough situation for PK Leech now. Needs some Meteor Mash rises. And unfortunately, instead, only got misses. Booms on Fori, trying to finish it off. Instead, catches Jirachi. That is not going to do very much. Blissey gets Toxic again. These spikes are here to stay. Fori is going to be the only used as a spike sack. It's not going to be able to do anything else here. So it could reset Toxic one time. But yeah, Blissey goes for a Thunderbolt. Did we see this Fori's 4 moves? We have. Spikes, Hidden Power, Rapid Spin, and Earthquake. Fori gets the Wish and then gets off a nice third spike. Blissey is going to have to switch. Especially with the Fortress Earthquake incoming. And Yeah. Melodic is back up to 82%. It would be able to survive a Zapdos Thunderbolt, I believe. Yep. And actually, yeah, Zapdos goes for a Roar, expecting maybe Blissey to come in, but obviously it couldn't. Here's the rest. We're going to see Soft Boiled. Oh, no. Okay. So now is the question, how does Sapulo beat Blissey? And the real answer is Jirachi Toxic. Blissey is Calm Mind. It wants to stay in for a long time, and Jirachi says absolutely not, and never dies. So, at some point, Pika Leech is going to have to start stalling out these Toxics. And that is when Sapulo will be able to just kind of farm it out with Zapdos. The combination of Zapdos and Jirachi is just maybe a bit too much. Especially when you get sequences like that. Blissey comes in, gets Sleep Talk roared, and Blissey is out. I was going to say a Sleep Talk Thunderbolt there would have been brutal. You have to click Thunderbolt this turn. Yep. And Melodic is gone. So, yeah. Blissey is going to get Toxic by Jirachi eventually and just go down. There's 5 Pokemon remaining. Don't think that this is, yeah. 10 Toxics. All of them have to miss. First one hits, so it is over. Blissey will succumb to those Toxics at some point here in the near future. An interesting game one. Really, the Breloom going down so early made it so Sapulo didn't have that offensive pressure. But, I mean, again, the Fortress with the Hidden Power Fire just put PK Leech's team on the back foot from turn 1, because normally Fori gets to sit on Fori or Skarmory, and now it did not. And so spikes got to go up, and a lot of pressure got to be put on through those spikes, and it was kind of a matchup that would be very tough to overcome. So we are on to game 2. We got a Swampert versus a Zapdos lead. Swampert immediately gets Toxic, but goes for a Hydro Pump. Possibly expecting Grass to put it in like Torrent range or something like that. Registeel comes in. And that is not really worried about Swampert's impact. That looks kind of offensive, Swampert. There's a lot of switching going on here. Holy! That was like every Pokemon, 5 Pokemon on PK Leech's team revealed in 6 turns. 6 Pokemon revealed in 7. Jeez. Zapdos comes in on a Focus Punch. Was it Gengar got burned? Yeah, Gengar got Will-O-Wisp burned. Interesting. Zapdos used Hidden Power. It did 66% to Tyranitar. That looks like Hidden Power fighting with leftovers. Kind of interesting. The rest of the team does not look equipped to finish off the Tyranitar. Although Salamence, mixed Salamence rather, does manage to do the job. Here's that Gengar from earlier. If the Snorlax is rest, which it sounds like it is if it was willing to take a burn. Also, that Ice Punch did very, very little, which to me says Thick Fat, which to me says rest, right? Here's the Skarmory. But yeah, if the Snorlax is rest, which it probably is, then it can possibly do some things here. Magneton gets the trap on Skarmory. Here comes Flygon. And does not get the read correct. Zapdos takes a Dragon Claw. This is looking pretty good for PK Leech. Magneton's going to... Oh, wow. That Zapdos did a ton of damage to the Magneton with Thunderbolt, so Magneton is going to go down. Here's that Snorlax from earlier. And it might be a little too low. The Zapdos seems to be modest or something. Well, here's Rest. Yep, there's Swampert. Sapulo, I guess, was not expecting the rest. Went to Gengar on what would have looked like the return turn or something like that, but big focus punch from Swampert. Earthquake just not doing enough, but gonna send it to Sand Range. No rest. Really tough turn for PK Leech. A lot of pressure put on by that Swampert. And Celebi is going to Calm Mind. Sapulo is fine letting Swampert go now. Flygon is in on the Celebi. Is it like Hidden Power Bug Flygon? And it is. It sure is. Kind of the perfect counter to PK Leech's team. Hidden Power Bug at -1. Is that banded? Oh boy. Gengar dies to a critical hit. That is huge. Not seeing a great way out for Sapulo here. Registeel bulks like any attack. It's kind of insane. Big man. Booms on the Flygon, and I don't see how the Flygon's going to pull this one out. Unless it's not banded. It gets some Rock Slide flinches. There's one. There's two. Okay, yeah. And that would be how... That would be how you get through... that. Goodbye, Celebi. Looked like it was a speed tie between Celebi and Flygon earlier, so very lucky. Didn't die with the sub earlier, but yeah, interesting set. I mean, double flinch. I was watching a Blunder vid earlier. Blunder had started playing ADVOU again. And he said, Rock Slide steals a lot of wins this gen. I know that we all knew that, but it was nice to hear someone say that 3 minutes into their return to ADV video. Awesome. Awesome set. Great from the battlers. I mean, I think both played pretty well. The RNG was just a little bit more on Sapulo's side, unfortunately. So, thank you everybody for watching. This has been Gold Mason. Remember to like, subscribe, let me know what you thought in the comments, and yeah, we will see you next time on another ADV Revival 2 commentated set. See ya.